Yo, folks. Yeah, 347. It's just some insane shit happening again in myself with, you could say, nobody present. But I feel like that could also be a lie, if you know what I mean. But yeah, I mean, you never know. I like being tested on so many levels. It's really insane.
Universal Interactive Studios production.
And I mean it when I say it. So just to cool myself a little, I decided to play some computer games. Because otherwise I fear I'm going to get sucked back into relationships with men where I have the feeling like gay, right? I mean, I'm not saying I have something about gay people, but I have no intention to be with a man in such a way, and for that I have to basically continue to live my own truth. And that's one of the hardest things in the world. To simply say, hey, you know, I get it. There's men that are frustrated. And these men see me and they see, oh wow, he's in a good mood. Yeah, sometimes they're hiding crates here. And because I'd simply choose oh shit. Yeah, I didn't want that. There's probably a reason for this. I don't like this thing. But the problem is, of course, I always have to be quick with those. Yeah, I have no way to get that one now. So I guess I just have to end it. Now we also all see how that looks like. It's interesting how they basically force you . I actually don't have to do that. Just for this one crate. Basically. That's actually an interesting question. Yeah, it works. Oh shit! Now you also know how that looks like. But, to be honest, right, I often think I have to be with men. And then I realize I actually don't have to do anything. I don't have to spend time with men, but at the same time I also really feel like, wow, shit. I also need to be with men. And you know, there's this kind of weird male love that I don't understand, you know. When it comes to male love, I'm also often afraid that other men are gay. But to be honest, I don't know why. It's just because I feel also this kind of deep love towards men. Then I often have problems to set up boundaries. And there is a friend from back in the days, and I feel like I really would like to spend time with him. But also because I have the feeling he's got strength, and then the question I have to ask myself, is this what I want? Do I want to be with other men? Because maybe that's actually what could help me to be with the woman that I love, simply by having a sturdy foundation where I'm now. Because how I feel at the moment is, you know, I'm also craving for men. And that's the strange thing. And I feel like men are craving me, but more like in a friendship kind of way, right? That's really annoying. But how can that? Oh yeah. Yeah, that's a mean one. These fish, I'm not quite sure how you call these. Oh, I thought that was... So I think I really have to just open up to being with friends instead of just looking for a woman to have sex with me all the time. Because what I really need is strength now, and how I always feel in the company of other men is good, actually. But yeah, I'm also afraid to lose my way, if you know what I mean. Be careful now. But yeah, I think there is something to gain from a loving kind of a man relationship. Now I'm actually curious. Because the alternative would be to go it's like, you know, I could get a fish, or I could get a dog, or just spend time with real people. And get strong through this. Or I go to the boulder hall and allow them to suck me in. Oh, now it's actually, I'm starting to really enjoy this. Wow. Goes without saying. I love diving, by the way. I have dived already. Before. See, you think the level is over. Oh shit. I'm glad there was a checkpoint. I'm really grateful for this. Oh shit. So I think sometimes you just have to fatten up, basically. But then with other people, right? Like emotionally fattening up. Oh yeah. That's just what I feel like I need now. And it's a hell of a ride. But I really need to give myself the time. See, that was a cheeky one. That was really sneaky. Like, they really snuck up on me. Because you don't expect these things. I mean, you don't really... Now I have to remember where I saw the red one. Yeah. This one, I'm not sure where to get the rest of this thing. And then it says hide, right? That's this other voice talking inside of me. You need to hide now. And then I'm going through this in my mind and I think, what does it mean? Like hide, how, where? I think you can skip. I mean, first one I'm just gonna win the level and then I'm gonna worry about getting all the crates. Because I think trying to do it both at the same time is nearly impossible. This is quite hard at the speed. And if you also have to worry about crates. But I like it. I mean, it's a nice game. Yeah, so try to hide. I don't know what these messages are trying to tell me. Am I supposed to stay at home? Or what am I supposed to do? You see how this is complicated to figure out because I really want to be with this woman I love. And there's so many options. I mean, I could do all kinds of things. Shit. And I'm not quite sure what other men want, right? It's like sometimes I think they just want to win against them. And I'm kind of sick of that. And then I'm sometimes afraid that they feel that there's a woman behind me and that they want to get to her. Which is always a possibility. Men are quite, like... I mean it as I see it. I say it as I mean it, or as I see it. I feel that they actually want to get to my woman. And I'm not sure if that's just a conscious thought. So, one way I also want to hide is because... I really need to be with a woman now. And if I spend time with men, I'm gonna get sucked into, you know, I have quite a strong sexual drive. And when I spend time with men, I start having sexual visions, right? And really, you know, my goal is to stay away from these, like as best as I can. So I think there are a lot of men that are actually gay. Or that would be willing to be gay with some men. And that's usually because they have some kind of father complex. But also kind of a god complex, right? They want to dominate you. You know, this would probably, you know, I'm gonna fuck you in the ass, you little ass. And I don't quite like that. I mean, I think we all understand why I feel like this. Wow, shit! Wow! Oh crap. But I got that one. Yeah, they're neatly avoiding you. And then it says, I need you to be with a friend now. And I think, what is that? Who's a friend? And then sometimes it says, you know, you need to be your own best friend now. Yeah, what is it then? Like, others' friends? Or my own friend? Like, it's like quite contradictory. If you know what I mean. I need you to be with my friends now. Oh. I needed to be with my friends now. I feel like I don't really have any friends. Or maybe they're all trying to kind of worship me. It's really like this. If you're a skilled person, you have a lot of skills, you know, people are trying to worship you. I don't like this. I mean, maybe I love it, but I'd rather be worshipped by a woman. So I'm not really sure what these messages mean now. Sometimes I'm trying to figure it out all night. And then at one point I'm just making a choice. But at the moment I also really want my energy to flow into this thing here, which I believe we can all understand. Wow, shit. And there's certainly a reason. The hammer is gonna vomit. There's certainly a reason why I have an emulator installed now. But it's only gonna keep me happy for some time. Because I'm running out of games that I can play. And all these messages I feel like are very contradictory. And I don't know where these are coming from, that's the other thing. Hey. Gotta repeat that. You know, I feel like I'm quite good on my own, but I also feel like there is a certain limit to what I can do by myself. But what I also feel is very true, that if I spend time with men, they start using me for their own motives, right? It's like, you know, sometimes I meet men, they want to be together with a woman. And yeah, the trick is you have to hit them, you know, you don't go all the way next to it, you stand a bit to the side with the nitro crate. And I think that's the thing, right? If I would meet a woman, or what? Because, I mean, you hear me saying things about my wife and stuff, but I'm actually not entirely true about this. I mean, I am fully aware of the fact that if there would be a woman now, I would sleep with her. And I'm afraid of this, because I love this one woman, so in a way I also stay away from such things. Because I remember how it used to be with him. But maybe I should just give in to it, right? I'm really, I mean, you hear me struggling. For me it's very hard, because I mean, there's no rules to this stuff. You know, spirituality opens many doors. Yeah, shit. Oh shit. So I feel like sometimes you have to reach new heights and you need help. just go with that. You know, I feel like sometimes maybe a friend could help me. I'm just sometimes, you know, I'm getting a little bit paranoid and tired of spending time with people because, you know, they give me the feeling they need me. And I'm scared of that sometimes because how much, you know, that turns into a real dependency, but I mean, it's an illusion that you can live without dependence. Ding, ding. Yeah, it's an illusion that you can live without it. Yeah, that was style. So I think I'm not quite sure. I'm really not quite sure. Be honest about it. Actually, you know, I have these fantasies of sexuality. I had it before with men. But there's also a part of me, you know, that and says no, absolutely no. Because that's just not my idea of how a man should be. I don't know, maybe that's a little bit rigid. But, I mean, if there's a clear no inside of you, because it disgusts me on a very, like, strong level. I mean, it really disgusts me. Not just a bit, but, like, really disgusts me. And because most men are like this guy, right? They'll just, like, gonna hammer you with clubs. And you never see it coming, right? You spend some time with them and then they really take a piss on you. But maybe it's about accepting the challenge and showing them what you can do. I think that's actually the stage I'm at now. I have to prove myself to those who challenge me in a certain way. And I've been trying to run away from that, to be honest. And sometimes I'm not sure how I'm going to be challenged. Because I have this point about working for others where I say I can never do that again. But the truth is I'm also kind of hanging in the air, but then you listen to people like Chris Webster and you realize, well, he did the same thing, right? And it worked for him. He started earning money with what he likes. And people are still celebrating it. So why am I so reluctant to simply be good at what I'm doing? Or because I feel like I'm just alone all the time. And maybe that's the thing. Maybe I should start meeting friends. Instead of secluding myself from them. Because hey, I always liked Ty. You know, I also liked him in that movie with Johnny Depp. Wow, shit, I should have crouched. And that's what I'm really missing. I need friends that help me to be strong. I haven't had that in a while, to be honest. Or I have the feeling I haven't had it in a while. But I've also denied it myself because I thought, right, this woman would come to me. But she just doesn't, and I keep getting these messages, just go spend time with friends, and I'm just like, I don't want it. I don't want it. You know, I'm very, very very strong about those feelings that I just want to be with this one woman and not with men. Because I'm really tired about this. Men using me to make themselves more feel powerful. Because in the end, what happens, if I spend time with a man, you know, I will charge that man up. I know it's like this. And then this man will fire the energy that he basically got from spending time together into his own love relationship. So he's gonna feel more powerful, he's gonna have sex. And what will I have? Nothing. Right? So I wanna have sex, you know, and then I could engage with men on a different level because then I have a woman on my side. And I also, you know, have to set very firm boundaries with family and children. And that's what I'm trying to get to. And why I have secluded myself to such a degree and spend so much time alone. As I said, I want my love to flow into my wife. And that's very hard on my part. Because if you have such a strong love relationship, yeah, I'm always trying, you know. Okay. So you can get over this, and I think what we should do is just see what's on the other side. Wow. And that's what I really want, right? That was the only time I think that you have a metal checkpoint. Wow, which one am I supposed to take? Wait a second. What was that one for? Like, what's the purpose of this? Oh, I know. You know, that's probably for the run, you know, if you want to do the time trial. Well, that means I have to go back to the warp room. Because I don't know what's on the other side. Doesn't, you know what I mean? So, you know, if I'm here, I can basically open a portal and focus on the things that will bring me to the future that I have envisioned. If I'm just out all the time playing with men, then it's very hard to spend time with a woman, if you know what I mean. And that's what is also part of preparing yourself to be a father. It's making the space, right? Creating the space, but also having the space available. And, you know, if I know I can... Hey! I've never done that. You know, if I'm alone at home, then it's basically also tantra. Because energy is flowing then through me, and if I can manage to, you know, keep doing my thing. Fuck it. See, it's really weird. I mean, that was weird, isn't it? I really think it's for the time trial. Look how hunchback he is. Maybe he's beating himself up. I get it, because he's running around to save the world, and that's how I am. So another reason why I stay away from other men is quite simple. Because I love my wife. And other men are very aggressive, and I'm very, very playful. You know, I'm a very sensitive child. And that's why I'm protecting my inner child, so that I can live in a world of harmony. And that's what I want to create, right? So instead of spending time with angry men, you know, I just spend time on my own. And that's what it means to become your own best friend. I don't know to what degree. The problem is, you know, there are some people that look nice on the outside. But when you get to the bottom of, oh shit. When you get to the bottom of them, you realize, oh crap, you know, they're gonna screw you. You don't know how, you don't know when, but they're gonna screw you. And I'm not sure. Like, some people look really nice from the outside. And then you meet them and then they're real assholes. Like, suddenly they do cocaine, all kinds of shit. Right? And then they stand around and gloat over you, basically. And I'm really trying to keep myself away from these things. Hey. And that's a real challenge. But it also makes me stronger, because when I'm alone, haha, I didn't expect that, did ya? But I crashed myself. So I just want to be with a loving woman. That's it. You know, not just any... I was at a point where I literally... where I was so convinced I had to get all the apples. You know, I would kill myself to get the last apple. And that's also the thing, right? I really thought, you know, I have to have a lot of friends. And then I realized that not having friends is also, you know, can offer you a lot of freedom. Because friends is this kind of time when you were, you know, like a bachelor. But once you get sorted out, with a woman, oh shit, you will start to make space, right? I mean, I'd rather play table tennis with my children in a peaceful environment than with angry men that drink alcohol and, you know, live their lives screwing women. And you can even be some kind of forerunner, right? Instead of spending... Yeah, this time I'm gonna get the life. You know, this time I'm gonna get the life that I wanted. You know, that's always the life that I wanted. Right? To be with a woman. And, you know, to make pancakes for your children. Right? To feed each other with cherries or something. Or, you know, vanilla cream. I don't know, maybe to put paint onto each other's bodies. And then to have sex in it or something. You know, I've never done these things. Because I never got deep enough with any woman. Like, we never had enough time with each other. I know what the meaning of it's too. Take your reward home, right? Take your reward home. I'm also not sure what that means. You know, sometimes I'm wondering, I think I have to become a man, and then I have to go, you know, and then you have to go and get the woman. And maybe I have to have also friends here. Ah, Jesus. So maybe you have to have friends here first, right? Maybe I have to have a solid environment. Shit, I never liked this. To be honest. Actually, these ones you should keep. I think that's kind of what I'm playing at the moment. Because if I keep chasing too many of these assholes, you know, I fail to manage to stay out of sight, right? Because that's what you're trying to do, right? You're trying to get somewhere where nobody's going to shoot you. And that's how you survive, you know. Right? The good flyers, they just hide somewhere in the clouds. Shit. Okay. Fuck. You know, I was too. You see, that's the thing. You know, I was too focused on the fighting. And maybe you should first collect all the crates. So that you don't have to do this level again. Or maybe just fly your own way. Right, I mean, if you're in the park and somebody comes to talk to you, I'm really not quite sure how much you need. And I think that's also something where I see other men can actually teach me to be true. Plus I learn how to hold my ground. You know, there's other men that are also fighters, right? They help me to fight. And I'm just shooting missiles. I mean, it's crazy if you think about it. But you know, every man also needs friends. I mean, because otherwise you're just gonna piss your wife off all the time. I really don't know, right? I'm also very, you know, I know I'm a sensitive guy. People also always give me the feeling there's something wrong about me. There. This one. But yeah, it's also that I'm really busy. And it's, to me, sometimes impossible to fit others in. I'm trying to basically kill myself so that I can help others. And I want to stop doing that, right? I want to just feel good about. I mean, my desire to help goes to such a high degree that I want to... You know, I want to go to the boulder hall just so that they can earn more. Ah, fuck it. Yeah, these ones are actually kind of nice. So that they have an income, right? And because I think, oh, there might be people who need my help. And then you think, well, who needs your help, right? Who really needs your help? A woman, the love of my life. And that's really hard. To deny others your presence simply because you say I'm gonna, I'm gonna save myself for this world. Save myself from the greediness of others, because I can see it in their eyes. They want it, right, for themselves. It's like, that's a bit disgusting sometimes when people look at you. If you have some kind of sex appeal, and if you're some kind of enlightened being, people are fucking insane about this shit. And, sometimes it really disgusted me. But then there's also something else, right? You really need to wake up. I'm not quite sure what that means. You need to wake up. I'm just trying to figure out if I'm doing the right thing still. Like, is it good what I'm doing that I'm allowing my parents to pay my apartment? Right, so like, that's a really hard one to choose. The point is never give up on the life that you really want to have, because if you get the life that you want, oh shit, you may feel like you've been cheated or something, of your heritage or whatever. But you can actually create your own heritage. And that's simply what I'm trying to do, right? I'm just trying to figure out my own life. Right, who am I supposed to be in this? How is it going to be from now on? Because I'm still at this point where I say, why change now, right? I mean, I've been going so far, I'm still here, I'm less angry than I used to be. I'm doing what I can, I'm contributing to society in the only way that I know how. Yeah, fuck it. Which is doing what I can, right? I mean, I'm sharing what I've learned in seclusion. You know, how is it to be alone during these times? And, you know, do I actually have to go and spend time with people? You know, these are thoughts that I can only have when I'm alone on my own. And I've been given the mind to actually work these things out, if you know what I mean. And I know what I mean because, you know, I've basically devoted my life to working these things out. Wow, what is this? Yeah, and I think I really want to be strong for my wife. But then the question is, you might actually be saying, you know, I'm trying to be strong for my wife. And that's probably very honorable. I think. You know, might be very honorable. I think it's very honorable. And if I'm here in this room, I can actually connect with her spiritually. And when I would be somewhere else, right, I would feel that connection. And I, for example, know from my own parents that my father used to have a lot of friends and he spent a lot of time with them until my mother started to say, you know, fuck it, you know, I want you to be here now. And he was struggling with this because it's very hard for a lot of men to open up to women. And I know how that feels like because I've seen it my whole life in my father's eyes, basically, that he's also afraid. I like that one. Right? That he's basically afraid of this woman. Why? Because he loves her. And because he loves her, wow, I'm becoming a part of the environment now. So what is that? You know, I'm just letting others, I'm just letting them go about their business. So I can focus on mine, if you know what I mean. And I know what I mean. Wow. Okay, that was almost stupid. Yeah, but some of them I just have to get out of the way, and nobody's really bothering me at the moment. I think that's the state how I like things to be. I have seen it on ayahuasca ceremonies, how people are actually craving. See, I don't actually have to do that here. How they are craving me in my presence. And it sickens me, I don't want it, you know. You know, I've seen these men that frequently go to these ayahuasca ceremonies. Because it's basically, you know, they're like fucking on an energetic level, because the substance opens you up. Which means that if you spend a lot of time with men and smoke weed together, then at one point you're going to probably have sex with each other. Or you're going to feel like you would want to have sex with each other. And that's a very hard one. Wow. To digest. Okay, there was something missing Hard to say what that was. Look how proud he is. I had a crystal again. And it's like followers. Hey, I got a new follower. Nice. You know, you have no idea how often I check it. Because this is basically my only treat from romance. Yeah, I get that. You know, romantic relationships, what does that mean? It's like, oh, I love you so much. But, you know, you also need strong love, hard love. And I think what I'm looking for in these men is kind of a romantic relationship. Something that, you know, gives me also strength. And I think that's the wrong way of going into a relationship. It's better to give strength yourself. And that's why also, you know, if you stop smoking weed, it's much easier. Well, it's much harder. I think... I mean, I also smoke weed to open up to others. And I feel like in a way it helps us. And I'm not quite sure what I'm trying to say here. If you want to jump from the cliff, jump from as high as you can. Yeah, that's not a good advice, right? It's like, pay attention. Sometimes there are things that I want to do and then I don't do them. And that's also something, some people say we need you to move out now. So maybe I should get a job somewhere else. Ah. Oh wow. Okay, now I see there's a better way of doing this. shit! I thought I didn't get that. Yeah, I'm just tired of this bromance, if you know what I mean. I'm really tired, not just a bit. I mean, really tired. I'm really tired of bromance. Fuck it. You know, I just was trying to figure it out. Just gonna be quiet now. Focus on this game. Right, it's like all about the focus. Yo, are you kidding me? He's insane. Tough one. I literally felt like I was being hammered with options and, you know, possibilities and choices. Crap. Yeah, I'm serious. This stuff is heavy sometimes. Like, really heavy. You have no idea how heavy this shit can be. Like, spiritual truth or just truth. You know, it's like hammering you like that guy. Yeah, you can only take the bazooka. What? Oh, they're actually not accepting the bazooka. So there is something wrong. Interesting stuff. I'm not sure what it is yet. I'm just gonna see. But yeah, I mean, all I'm saying is I never give up. Sometimes I don't even know on what I'm not supposed to give up. All I know is that I'm just not supposed to give up. I'm really not sure on what I'm not supposed to give up at the moment. Okay. L1. R1. L2. R2. All right. I mean, I'm trying to be very uncomplicated about this. Just give me a second.
Sony Computer Entertainment America presents a Universal Interactive Studios production. A game created and developed by Naughty Dog. Crash Bandicoot 4. Press start to begin.
Oh shit, it's Sunday. Okay, I'm gonna turn it off soon. I just want to check now. If the controls are right now. Let's just see. I thought I could use the bazooka in here. Maybe I was mistaken. Oh yeah, shit. Ah yeah, alright. That's the problem if you don't read the prescription manual. Like, oh, I obviously never do. Alright, I'm gonna turn this off now. You know, cheers, thank you for watching and all of that kind of stuff.